Right folks, so welcome back to another video. It's a bit windy out there, but yeah, we're finally doing the first drive on the Edition 30. Of course it is a hybrid turbo. If you're not up to date about what's been going on, here's a little clip from the previous video. Right, so I thought we'd get straight into the drive today, no sort of playing about. As you guys saw, it's now 417 horsepower in a front wheel drive Mark 5. And the craziest thing of it all, stock suspension, stock brakes, even the bushes on the car, probably the same ones when it was new. So this car is running a Venom hybrid turbo with the 450 variant. It's been mapped by Artec. It's amazing how refined this thing is though. A bit more of a linear sort of sensation, you could say. But believe me, that thing flies down the road. Let's floor it here. Jeez. Familiar roads, open diff. It just gets the power down. It's amazing. Honestly, it's amazing, guys. It sounds like an old Jap car, look. That's the Venom 450 making all that noise. Right, let's head into a more twisty kind of road. Downshifts are bang on, man. See, it's got an Artec gearbox map as well. Bang, bang, bang. See what I mean? The ride's lovely. Stock suspension. The brakes haven't overheated yet. Because I'm just being progressive with it. I'm not like being like overly just, you know, stomping on and off. Build up the throttle and you just got a lovely, like, smooth car. It feels like a stock Eddie just with more power, which is what I wanted. I didn't want it to change the characteristics of the car, because KO4s naturally are a bit more of a build up kind of turbo. It's not like KO3s where they're like really punchy low down. So this, of course, it is a KO4 hybrid, but you know what I mean, innit? When you start changing the car a lot, normally they drive quite different. But nah, this is just all down to Nicky's mapping, man. Overrun. A little reminder as we enter these fancy roads, or roads that can go wrong if you don't know what you're doing, make sure you do go down and hit subscribe if you are new here. I believe we're at 93k subs, we're nearly at 100k. If you enjoy content on all these hatchbacks, make sure you do go down and hit subscribe. Let's give it something first. DSG bang with the API exhaust. Jeez. See, I know some of you guys were a bit worried about engine reliability. I had a lot of comments regarding that. The torque is at 426 pound-feet, so it's not overkill for this engine. The Artec Stage 2 Plus maps are around that much anyway, so it's more of a BHP exercise, if that makes sense. We can push this further, 100%, if we decat it, put meth on it. But this car still has a cat in there. If you gotta remember, it's still got a cat. It's got quite a few boxes on the exhaust, an old intake, and it's still making basically 420. Traction's on, I can feel it feeding it in. You might notice it's not making that familiar drilling noise that Artec mapped cars normally do. You know, that traction noise, I love it, it's very addictive. Yeah, I think it's because it's just gripping. Oh, hey, like it just fires ahead. There it is. Quick old thing this is, man. Stock brakes are okay so far. I think it's because I'm letting the car coast to a sort of stop rather than just being a bit of an, you know, vag driver with the brake. Some of you guys must see how they're driven on the road normally. You're supposed to be a bit more progressive. That's how you should drive a car, but no comments. Floor it. Oh man. It's like a old sort of rally car almost. I know I call everything a rally car, but look at that, no traction noise. It just grips, man. Right, let's foot it out of here. Animal, absolute animal, man. It's just like interesting what to do next with this car. I feel like I don't want to sort of upset the suspension by taking it apart and doing this and that. Maybe an anti-lift kit and big brakes and that's it. I was taking LSD, but so far on this drive I haven't really had any issues because it's not going crazy. You could obviously make it a bit nicer with an LSD, I'm not saying you don't, but it's just, there's nothing like when I'm driving this car that it feels like it's being held back. It could be stiffer, yeah, like the grey one, but the third to fourth gears, yeah. Now it's all coming back to me. I remember that the other one had a massive DSG bang on third to fourth. You just need space. Yeah, I mean, you guys let me know what you think next should be for this car. I mean, I feel like we've done the Mark 5 thing to death a bit. I don't know. Should we switch over to the MQB, like some of the cheaper, you know, Mark 7 GTIs and Cooper 280s, or you know, something? I do want to always have like a 4-cylinder hatchback to do up on the channel. Oh man. There you had the traction noise. I had to really egg this thing on to make it lose traction. Makes for a more entertaining video if it did more of that drilling noise, but it just goes to show, car just grips, man. It just grips. Right, so I've broken out the draggy. We're going to try and do a 0 to 60 like Nicky did in the previous video. I'm going to see if I can replicate it. Of course he knows it well because he's mapped the car, but he did it with the traction control on. So yeah, we'll see what he does. I'm predicting maybe 5.8, 5.7. It is front wheel drive. The strength of this car I think is after 30, 40, but I think a 4 front wheel drive car I think is pretty good. But yeah, let's test it out. Okay, 5.41 with an uphill and a bit of spin. Yeah, that uphill was a bit of a crazy one. Let's try and do that again. All right. Right, so that was a 5.37 with a 2.6% slope and a bit of a sketchy surface. So not bad, honestly. I think this car can do a sub 5 second 0 to 60 if we get everything right, which is really impressive. I tell you what, guys, if you want me to do a proper 0 to 60 and 100 to 200 run, make sure you go and follow my Instagram. I'll put it on the screen right now. I'll do it all properly there, man. I'll find a proper space. You guys have got some draggy roads, you can tell me about them as well. I'll have to redo it though. For this video we ain't gonna get the best run. So drivable as well, look at this. You just cruise in and put it back into auto. It's like a normal edition 30. I think I've sung this car's praises quite a bit in this video, haven't I, guys? I wonder what's next. I wonder what's next. Right, folks, I think we'll end the first drive here. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for a lot more content to come. Drop a thumbs up on the video as well if you enjoyed it. Yeah, just generally stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. And yeah, I'll give you one last final pull and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, we'll call it a day. See you guys later.